Well, hello again and welcome to Roland's Reviews. I promised you that I would go live. I just didn't know which day it would be. Today was perfect. All right, welcome to the show. As you guys come on in, please be sure to hit that little thumb. That is the like button. We can reach more people and it will trigger the YouTube algorithm. All right, so welcome to Jenny and Chef and Kathy. Yeah, you made it. Yes, you did. Glad to have you here. All of you who are here. So again, if I had the time, oh my goodness, I could do a video every day. There's just the information is just happening so fast and furiously. So more than likely, how you doing, Jeff? I will also try to I may do a video tomorrow as well as Sunday. Who knows? Maybe two. Okay. So if you're familiar with this, how you doing, Reese Cup? Yeah, you finally caught me. So glad to have you here. So if you're familiar with this particular topic, please go ahead and type that in the comment section. Moderators, as the channel grows, we are starting to attract trolls. So, folks, if you're here for the first time, how you doing, Lady Libra? We welcome everyone's comments, but we don't denigrate people. So we may all have different points of view. That's fine. But let's not use disparaging terms when we're addressing people. I mean, we're all adults here, so you know how we do here on the channel. Hit the like button, share this content with your family and friends, share it on your various forms of social media. Always glad to have you here. So again, here's another case of voters' remorse. And again, I need to talk to you about the collapsing healthcare system in Denver. There's just so many topics tied in and related to this. I don't even want to call it illegal migration anymore. This is an invasion. And of course, this is being done on purpose to collapse the American economy. That's why it's being done, folks. It's creating a whole new voting bloc. And if you haven't been keeping up with everything going on as it relates to this invasion, folks, this is totally unsustainable, totally untenable. Now, if you, by chance, don't like what you're seeing, don't like what you're hearing, newsflash, you can vote to take care of that in November. All right. So type what you feel about this in the comment section. And so this is going on in Boston. Now, we know Boston's been liberal since the beginning of time. We know that. And so Boston residents are losing. They lost a recreation center. So again, look at where they're placing these people, and it's causing so much friction because residents, are struggling. The homeless residents, and they're like, I live here, I work here. And guys, if you don't know, if you have a home, apartment, you're blessed. There are a lot of working poor people. They just can't afford rent. And so I'm going to play a small snippet for you of a man who works there in Boston, and he was voicing his frustration. So this is taking place not only in Boston. If you haven't seen my prior videos, go back and check them out. This is causing so much tension and friction because of the people who live there and who are homeless. Nothing's being done for them. Listen to this clip, folks, and tell me what you think.
And they have to decide, where am I going to sleep tonight? I guarantee you that brother can't say, hey, I understand y'all opening up a new shelter. Can I get a spot? I guarantee you, they gonna tell them no. This is for migrants because come on.
So again, and I need to start it from the beginning. The reason, because I really want you to hear what this man has to say.
This next video I'm about to show you reminds me of the great Marvin Gaye song, makes me want to holler. Check it out.
Don't give a fuck about the motherfuckers that was born and fucking raised here. Y'all raised the fucking rich so fucking high. can't afford to live here, but y'all gonna bring some other motherfuckers here? That doesn't fucking add up. It doesn't make no fucking sense. None. I'm fucking homeless. I work a full-time job, 40 hours, and can't pay to live here. How the fuck are y'all gonna bring somebody else here? Don't make no fucking sense. None.
So you saw that, brother, there, and of course we bleeped out.
Make it make sense, folks. I mean, if it makes sense to you, tell me. So let's see what's going on here. Kathy, be kind to one another, even if you disagree. Thank you, Kathy. Exactly. Jeff, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and lived in Dorchester. Okay, back in 2019. Yeah. So again, look at where they're placing these people. And if you didn't see my video from last week, yeah, go check it out. So for the Black and white elites who live in Martha's Vineyard, who are always ultra liberal, right? So we saw, I mentioned in the video last week, there a bus of illegal immigrants went there. Less than 24 hours, they were out of there. Okay, so they're telling you to do one thing, they're doing something totally different. They don't want the, So again, folks, if you've been keeping up with this series, this is not being done because they care so much for these people. This is a plan to destabilize the economy in the United States. Again, I need to do a video on what's going on in Denver and all of these other sanctuary cities. There's so many people leaving California in droves. The governor is thinking about, taxing people that leave. No, so it's just a mess. How you doing, Al Lover 88? Yes, in poor communities where the poor, especially poor blacks, have no say so. Yeah, and so voters' remorse. So this man, you could feel the frustration in his voice. He said he works 40 hours a week, but he can't even afford to live there. If he went to the shelter, they're going to say, no, this is for the illegal immigrants. And so his tax dollars are paying for illegal immigrants, and he doesn't have access to the same facilities. Make it make sense. Kathy Fry, Roland, do you support what the Texas governor is doing to protect the border? Ruby, I commend Governor Abbott. And again, Governor Abbott is doing what he's supposed to be doing. That is his job. That's why he was voted into office. He's protecting Texas. They've been dealing with this for years. And I stand with Greg Abbott 100% because, again, first of all, the sanctuary city said, oh, send them, send one, come all. So he said, okay. And he sent them, and now they don't want them there. All the resources have been exhausted. So he's like, welcome to my world. We've been dealing with this for years. How you doing, DSB? Yeah, so glad to see you here. Glad all of you are here. Lady Libra, amen. You working hard and can't afford your rent, but you bring in immigrants to live for free. That Lady Libra, that is criminal. I'm just saying, make it make sense. If it makes sense to anyone in the chat, and I'm sure all of you, like me, you have a heart. You do not mind sharing your wealth with other people. But again, Lady Libra, if you have a home and you have children, I'm going to give you this analogy so that some of you can understand, because some people come in here and say this channel is anti-immigrant. It is not. Lady Libra, that would be the equivalent to you going to your neighbor, and say your neighbor has two, 3 children. You going to your neighbor, feeding, clothing, taking care of their children, and then your children in your home are starving and they don't have clothing. Tell me I'm wrong if that analogy isn't the same. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay? And we'll discuss it. So anyway, Democratic governor, okay, all right, Maura Healey, Democratic mayor, Michelle Wu and the Democrats, okay, took away the community center. Now, they took a page out of the playbook of Mayor Adams in New York, right? Did it over in the night when people were sleeping. that's not going to change anything. When they wake up, they're going to see what's going on. So this took place in the middle of the night. And again, this is what you voted for. So if you want more of this, continue to vote blue no matter who. This is what you get. Everyone else is taken care of. Americans, not so much. You're done. Okay. Is this right? Tell me what, type it in the comment section, folks. So the homeless, all these homeless people in Boston, and again, people make disparaging remarks about the poor. A lot of these people are working poor. They're working every day, but the rents are just astronomical. They can't afford it. So what about them? What about the veterans who are homeless? Oh, that's right. They're Americans. I say, and if you didn't watch my video, how you doing, Ruby from Jordan? I say, all these sanctuary cities, people, you stand up and file class action lawsuits. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. This is not right, and it's totally, totally un-American. And of course, I told you who the puppet master is. George Soros. He's trying to destroy the American economy, and he's doing a very good job at it right now. So these are democratic policies that are destroying this country, folks. So regardless of the side that you decide to vote for. So again, policy over party. Look at the policies, okay? Trying to keep up with your comments, folks. Our lover, 15-year-old in New York City, shot and injured a foreign visitor in Times Square. The news said tonight that he's been here since September and was actually wanting to go after the police. Okay, our lover, yeah, it's all kinds of stuff going on. It's all negative, it seems. Jeff, I seen the video of the guy angry with being left out in the cold as an American citizen working 40 hours a week. I feel for him. Yes, Jeff. You almost want to cry. So those of us who have nice warm homes, I felt horrible. And hey, is this America? Where are we? Tell me where we are, because right now I'm a little confused. Okay, these sanctuary cities are rolling out the red carpet for illegal immigrants who have committed crimes. The very first crime was coming in the country illegally. So that's just where we are. How you doing, Deborah? Deborah said the guy was caught. Thank God. Deport. James, in New York City, after the first month, 2 months security and moving expenses, you're talking over $10,000. James, no, James, I lived in New York years ago. I'm done with the New York. Okay, I'm totally done. Yeah, who has $10,000? That's crazy. Are you lost? How are you? Dead right. I'm a naturalized immigrant citizen. You're absolutely 100% correct. Grew up in New York, and I do not recognize it. Are you lost? It looks like a third world country right about now. That's what it looks like. Our lover 88. Even rents here in our area are getting out of control. We live in North Carolina. Yes, our lover 88. I as well. I live in North Carolina. Deborah Chapman, let us see how long they keep him in jail. Yeah, he'll hop on a bus just like the other lovely illegal immigrants who attacked the police, kicked them in the head, and then they took them to jail, let them out. They hopped on a bus, went to Arizona. After the outcry, they said, oh, we better do something about this. It doesn't look so great. And have you guys been seeing the videos? They have I got to do a video on this. They have organized Venezuelan gang members. They have an organized crime unit. They're robbing New Yorkers. I saw this lady. I don't know if you've seen the video. It's horrific. They're right. They have stolen mopeds. There's some of them. And as people are walking, they're snatching, pulling their pocketbook. This lady, the guy was on a moped and he pulled her. He was trying to steal her pocketbook and she wouldn't let go. So he pulled her into like one of the, if you're familiar with large cities, the meters where you put coins so that you can park. And he just, there are no ramifications for the crimes that they're committing. Douglas, Times Square is overrated. Okay, are you lost? Now they want to give them voting right. Are you lost? I don't know if you were here. Again, this is all being done for very specific reasons. This is a whole new voting block. yeah, they're trying to make it so that you don't have to be a citizen to vote. So if that doesn't tell you something fishy is going on here, I just don't know what else to say. James says that's because everyone is leaving New York. James, yeah, I may visit. I'll never live in New York again. No, thank you. Lady Libra, or they kill us in the streets, but they can beat the cops and get on a bus. Lady Libra, she gets it. Lady Libra, you go and kick a police officer in the head, we'll never hear from you again. You'll be shot down and dead. Well, she kicked a police officer in the head. It's like they are afraid to do anything to these people. I don't, that's just not right. James Wayne, that's insanity. Who can afford, right? Who can afford that? And so all I'm saying, people, is help Americans. And then you branch out and help other people who come in the country legally. So they forget and ignore Americans. And the taxpayer, if you're paying the taxes like I'm paying, at least, consult with taxpayers and say, is this okay? You're spending money on this program, then most Americans do not support this, except the ultra liberal. And you guys, I don't know if you're keeping up with the polls. I can show you better than I can tell you. Is an old saying the old people used to tell me about. In November, you're going to see something that you've never seen in your life. I'm keeping up with several polls, not just one. And it's saying that Trump is going to garner the most black vote of any Republican ever in America. So again, that's never happened before. So if you look at these Democratic cities, they've long been a bastion of liberal policies. And it's destroying those cities from the inside out. Now you're asking for money from the federal government. You caused this problem. You asked for it, you got it. And obviously, the Democrats don't care if Americans are on the streets, destitute. And like I said, everyone thinks, all the Americans are out there just asking for free. Because a lot of these people are working. A lot of them, not everyone's laying around on the government's dime. Some people are working. They just can't afford a place to stay. Why not help them? Oh, that's right. They're not illegal. Okay. And so pretty much, I don't know if you've been keeping up, the Democrats kind of criminalize the homeless and they throw them in jail. We know that's free labor, right? Just call it what it is, folks. Call it what it is. And the politicians are creating this homeless problem. If the politicians wanted to, they could stop it. They could stop these. They can control these rent prices, gas prices, food prices. They don't want to. That's just how it goes. Boston, from some of my research that I was looking at, Boston's one of the most expensive places to live. So, I mean, if you're not to get a place, it's like, what do you have to do? Get 5, 10, 20 people so you can afford a place to stay? That's crazy. So anyway, the name of the facility is Melanoc Cass Recreation Complex or facility. And that's the facility that's been taken over. Guys, I am trying to read all of your comments. It's just when so many people come in the comments, sometimes I'm not able. If I miss your comment, charge my head, not my heart, and just type it again, and I'll try to get to it. Where are we here? Douglas, are you lost? Yeah, they're going to do that. James, I love that's because everyone's leaving. Yeah. Lady Libra, I got you. James Wayne, who can afford that? No one. James said, that's minimum. I'm talking about a studio or 1 bedroom. Yes, James. You're not talking about something extravagant. How you doing, Jim Girl? Good. Glad to have you here. Ruby from Jordan. We have to start on the local level and vote these people out. Right, Ruby? That's what I've been preaching. So how you doing, Susan? I love your channel. Glad that you're here, Susan. Thank you so much. GSP, exactly. Facts and truth. You're speaking, my warrior sister. I am. All this voting for a party. No, who else votes as a block of people for a party? And what have they done for you in over 60 years? Go look at all the liberal cities. And I'm not saying that the Republicans love you to death. I'm just saying, look at statistics. Look at all the liberal cities. Those are some of the worst places in America. You think I would want to live in Baltimore? No. Chicago? Heck no. No way. And so again, I'm just saying, at least when you go to vote, know what you're voting for. Now, if you love all of this that's going on, act accordingly. And Ruby said Trump is polling 20% among black. Yes, Ruby. Ruby's been keeping up with this. Exactly, Ruby. Yes. And the numbers going up. And I've been watching videos with Maxine Waters and all the other puppets. Oh, those polls aren't accurate. Okay. Did you guys see? Also, I need to do a video on the South Carolina. They had a little primary down there. They didn't show up. The numbers are skewed. So they don't believe it, but they're going to believe it in November. Deborah, how many times have we heard he resisted when it comes to black people? Yeah. Deborah, okay. If an American, okay, you go attack a police officer and that'll be the end of you. Kathy, unfortunately, my son told me this past week that him and 3 friends are heading to New York for spring break. I can't stop him as he's 22 years old. All I can do is try to make him do his research. Yes, and tell him to put his wallet in his front pocket. They're pickpocket. They have a whole crime ring. If you did not see one of my earlier videos when I started this series, Venezuela unlocked their prisons and told their ex-prisoners to run to the U.S. border. That's what's going on, folks. Baltimore's high schools have no math or reading skills. Our Lover, they don't have anything. If I had a child, do you think I would have them in the public schools of Baltimore? Oh God, no. No way. No way. Lady Libra, you are right. This country is being used as a dumping ground for all the third world countries, criminals and poor. Exactly. Newsflash, America had enough problems. We don't need any more. America didn't have enough crime? Really? Okay. Oh, that's what's so crazy about this. So anyway, I'm just saying, they also have taken out these urban areas, the community centers and places, right, Al Lover? So these poorer communities, they're taking these community centers away. And, you know, they have, the kids can go there, play basketball, other sports and other activities. What do you think they're going to do now? That's crazy. South Carolina will not come out for Biden. Are you lost? There are a lot of places that aren't going to come out for Biden. He was talking the other day, and he was talking about someone who was dead, like they were the current ruler of, I forgot. I need to watch that. So he's we know that all his mental faculties aren't there. And it's elder abuse at this point, folks. It is. It really is. Ruby, only 4% of South Carolinians voted in the primary. The Dems are scared. They're in denial. And I don't mean in Africa. It's not going to bode well. I've already told you, if you've been watching this channel for a period of time, since I started this series, and I'm going to ratchet it up as we get closer and closer to the election. They're in denial. And some of them are starting to become angry and blame Black people for not, shame on you for not voting for the Democrats. Newsflash, I thought this was America. You can vote for who you choose to vote for. I've already told you, a lot of Black people said they're voting for Trump or they're voting the couch. And that's their God-given American right. In Chicago, Jim Girl, in Chicago, they created the projects for people who came over from Africa back in the day and created a cycle of poverty and crime they can't get out of. Right. Who the heck wants to live in Chicago? If you guys know, everything Dr. King went through, and everyone thought Mississippi and Alabama were the worst places he had ever been to. No. Look it up. He said Chicago was, but you keep voting the same people in office to your own detriment. I'm just saying. Smarten up, folks. Smarten up. The person died many years ago. Yeah. Jim Girl, that's the area they need to help and provide all this money for to get them out of poverty instead of sending the migrants there and displacing them. So, Jim Girl, since you brought that up, if you haven't seen my prior videos, I did videos on that. They're always told, oh, there's no money, there's no money. You're finding, we're into the billions now. You're finding money everywhere. Again, voters' remorse. You voted for this. Now, if you don't get out and change it, folks, this I'm telling you, this election in November, if Biden is voted back in office, you can kiss America goodbye. That's it. I'm saying. You already see what's going on. They're bankrupting large metropolitan cities. And that's not good. Owl Lover. Last night, he comes out and says that the Mexican president needed to open the Gaza border. Yeah, he's all mixed up. Do you guys remember when Trump was saying, check him for drugs? What he was talking about, and I teach about new drugs, new dementia drugs and Alzheimer's. I think Trump wanted him tested to see if he was on taking those drugs, because you see, he can talk for a very short period of time, then he just goes off the rails altogether. Cabrini Green, yes, Jim Girl. So you're voting for people that hate you. Again, those are the old Dixiecrats. So you're voting for people to your own demise, to your own detriment. Can't you see it? Come on. DSB says, couch 2024 for me too. Right. DSB, I have on my army sweatshirt here. I hope you can see it. So Jim Girl, yes, Cabrini Green. Yeah. DSB, I live in Greenville, Mississippi, born and raised, and our people love voting for oppression. Yeah, you're voting for oppression. You're that. Come on, folks. Smarten up. You are voting for your own oppression. You're oppressing yourself because you keep putting the same people in office who are oppressing you. Jim Girl, yep, I couldn't agree more. They're printing money. This will cause interest rates. Yeah. Jim Girl, thanks for reading my comment. Oh, yeah. When they're not zooming by so fast, I do try to read all comments. If I miss one, just type it again and I'll get you. Yeah, thank DSP. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just saying, people, I made it my mission ever since this, especially since this crisis started, this Biden started crisis. I made it my mission. I'm going to try to reach as many people as I can so that they can make better voting decisions. And for those of you who are going to vote the couch, don't let anyone shame you. They've already started the shaming. Biden is went to some more churches, and he is, he's reaching out. I told you all these things that are happening. I told you they were going to, this is in the Democratic playbook. Now, again, I'm not saying that the Republicans are squeaky clean and that they're, hey, all I'm saying is, and if you've seen my prior videos, all I'm saying is that they're not in the Black community pandering. They're not playing, they're not the sly fox that the Democrats are. That's what I'm saying. Jeff, how come politicians don't give poor Americans that extra money? Because they want to give it to, they have nefarious reasons because of what they're doing. New voting bloc. Look, most of these people coming over are military age men. What are they trying? And now they were talking about if they join, they might let them join the military. Jeff, yeah, class action lawsuits. If I lived in one of those cities and this is what you were doing with my tax money and everyone's against it, come on. Terry Hare, how you doing, Terry? We need a better choice. They are both old and one is a criminal. Yes, Terry, you're just coming in. A lot of people are saying they're voting the couch. And hey, I'm not, if that's what you want to do, okay. How you doing, Norm? Would you consider me, Norm, I'm not sure. This is the first time I think you're here, dear. Please hit those of you who are here, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much. How you doing? On point. Stand up for your neighborhoods or they will walk on you. Yes. Catherine, hello, house. How you doing, Catherine? So glad to have you in the chat. All I'm saying, people, is do your research and make the best possible decision that you can. Some of you who are here for the first time, I've been preaching that you need to research, look at your views, your values, your morals, and vote policy, not party. And I've been saying don't vote for skin color. We know which party is always saying, oh, you owe it to your ancestors and you need to vote. Newsflash. Kamala Harris, you see now she's coming, she's out, she's not in hiding anymore. Here she's coming, making all these appearances. Where have you been? I mean, and the people who voted for her, I did not. The people who voted for her they're angry. They're seeing it for what it is. Now she's coming out to pander. No, forget it. James says the point is this. They're illegal. They're getting a lot of benefits and are working off the books or doing criminal activities. They have more than legal citizens. Yeah, exactly, James. On point. We're all just Americans, not black or white. Right on point. Marshmallow, how you doing? Global Compact for Migration. Yes, UN. Yeah. You're right, UN. On point. You Marshmallow. How you doing, Miss TR? How you doing? On point. Topeka, Kansas is offering them $15,000 checks and a job to move there. On point. Can I? Hey, on point. I'm tempted to go down there to Texas and cross and go. Where's that? Topeka, Kansas. They give them $15,000 checks. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Lady Libra. Jim Girl, you're on point. Jeff, I have a request, Rollins Reviews. I was blessed to come across a YouTube channel that explains everything in detail, everything that's going on. I'm asking you if I may post it, Jeff. Please post it, Jeff. Yes, thank you. I watch a lot of channels, and I'm not. I'm always willing to watch another. Stephanie, how are you? We have 300 and some Americans. And what if they gave 100,000 to every American instead of Ukraine? How much would we save? Besides military aid, we're giving money to support their government. Excuse me. Right. So look at what they're doing with your money. And you're always talking about America, America, America. As you see which party doesn't do anything for Americans, right? And I've already told you, if you weren't here at the beginning of this series, George Soros is the puppet master, right? And his goal, look him up if you don't know who he is. He hates America, and his goal is to destroy it. Okay? Kathy, I only found you a month or so ago, and boy, I'm glad I did. I've been going back and watching previous videos. I could watch you every day. Thank you so much, Kathy. Kathy, I'm giving you information for you to share with family and friends, because we need to tell people they need to get out and make the best possible vote. And God knows that's not for Biden. I mean, but you're an American. You can vote who you want to vote for if you like what's going on currently in this country. On point, we owe it to us fellow Americans to take care of what we have so our grandchildren can have the same thing we did, or we will lose it. On point, exactly, because we're losing it every day. Jeff, the channel name is Jailbreak Overlander, his most recent video. Okay, Jeff, if you want to drop his link in the chat, please feel free, dear. His most recent video is 100% on point. Yeah, Jeff, yeah, go ahead and drop that link, dear. I'll check it out when the live is over. Norm, my morals are in the trash out there. Okay, Norm. DSP, last time I voted for Obama the first time. After the first 4 years, I knew right there games are being played, and I don't like being played with or haven't voted since. Okay. DSP's been voting the couch. Okay. How you doing, Iris? Need to help U.S. citizens? Yes, you get it. I'm Ruby. Thank you. Yeah, everyone in the chat section, please hit that like button, the little thumb. Hit the subscribe button. If you have Facebook, other forms of social media, please share this. Get the word out. Owl Lover, hit the like button. Thank you so much, Owl Lover. Norm, but I've never voted either because I'm a felon. Okay. That's all right. You can still be up on what's going on so far as the candidates, right? It's still good to know, what's going on, Norm. Jim Girl, we should all just pick a day and no one go into work and protest, so no businesses run or anything. Okay. Just like COVID, and when money doesn't move, they'll see real quick how much they need Americans. Right, Jim Girl? Jim Girl, I like the way you think. Oh, yeah. No problem, Jeff. Stephanie, correction, 300 and some million. Yes. Jim Girl, they'll just hire all of them, but it takes time to learn. Yeah, and then I even found out, I can tell you, there's so much. Even in Chicago, they had a secret job fair. And people, Americans were like, we didn't know anything about it. Why weren't we told about it? This is crazy. This is madness. If any of you in my age group, one of my all-time favorite movies, and if you know it, type it in the comment section. How you doing, Mark comes from the Jobu Sports Report. It's a mad, 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 mad world. If you know that movie, type it in the comment section, folks, because that's what's going on here. And all I'm saying, George Soros is trying to destroy the U.S. economy. Norm, I know this is your first time here, dear. Go back and check some of my prior videos. And so Norm is in West Virginia. Yes, Mark, that's right. Mark is a Generation Xer. And that's Mark, with everything that's going on with this illegal immigrant crisis. That's what I feel like. America, it's a mad, 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 mad world. So far as how they are neglecting veterans, homeless Americans. And like I said, Mark, tell me what you think about it. And all my fellow Cowboy fans, make sure you hit up Mark Holmes's Jobu Sports Report. We'll be over there tonight. Mark, what do you think about this? How they are ignoring Americans are out in the cold, hungry, need a place to stay. They're not doing anything for them. Lady Libra must be a Generation X. Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorite movies. I know it's really long. I think it was made in the 60s, but I love it. And that's what I feel. It's a mad, 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 mad world. And if you look at everything that's taking place, I mean, if it makes sense to you, hey, type in the comment section. I'm totally perplexed. I'm bewildered. I don't like it. And hopefully in November, we're going to do something about that. How you doing, Bolam? Passion is important in a candidate. It is, Bolam. Ruby, there are Chinese nationals, Africans. Yes, Ruby, it's a free fall. It's a mad, 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 mad world. They're just, we're exposing ourselves to a possible, strike, from terrorists. We don't know. And guess what, people? And I used to have a passport. Now I told you, and those of you who've been here, I've traveled all over the world. Guess what? Newsflash. I had to have a passport before I entered those countries. Okay? What other country that you know of can you go to? I mean, tell me where it is and I'll go. Where you can get free food, free housing, thousands of dollars a month. You don't have to have a passport. You just walk into the country. Tell me where that is. I can't find it. Jim Girl, homeless people here in Chicago have to ride the L train all night. Jim Girl, I was watching some videos. Homeless New Yorkers are doing the same so that they're out of the cold. They're sleeping on the subways. I mean, it's all night so they don't freeze to death because they have nowhere to go. While these migrants have free food and warm beds. Right. All right. Norm. Yeah, James Brown. It's a mad world. Yeah. Stephanie. Hey, Roland. Terrible towel. Got wet. Dallas Cowboys started to sweat. You always have a good team. Stephanie, yes. I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. I am. If I had time to do Dallas Cowboy content, I would. But run on over to Mark Holmes's channel. We're over there. We'll be over there tonight, 9:00 for his live. Yeah, we're still upset. Bolam, if you look at a candidate, you can tell if he has passion or not. I need a passionate man. Right? And Bolam, like I've been saying, make sure that you check their history and see. That's why I didn't vote for Biden. I did not vote for Jim Crow Joe. I know his history. All he's ever done, everything negative that he's had his hands on. Go back and look at that crime bill, folks. Go back and look at statements he made. If you don't vote for me, if you have a problem thinking if you need to vote for me or Trump, then you ain't black. He told people down in the church They're going to put you back in chains. No one's chaining us but you. It's up here, folks, in the brain, in the mind. Unloose those chains. How you doing, Sister Rhonda Sparks? Okay, those of you who love all the old movies that I was just talking about one, hit her channel up. She has some excellent content. I'll be there tomorrow at 2:00, dear. Hey, Jeff, I lived in a tent in the winter during the start of COVID-19. I know firsthand the struggle, and the struggle is real. Yes, so Jeff gets it. Yeah. Jeff, where was your help? Ruby from Joyland Cowboys. Oh, Ruby said, bless your heart. Ruby, yes, I'm a sucker for pain. Me and Mark and the other people from the Joe Blue Sports Report, we're still licking our wounds. We are. Anthony, Texas, we are with you. Boston, vote red and say bye migrants. King President Donald Trump, deportation migrants. Okay. Roland. Okay, yes, Ron, if you want to drop your channel link, please feel free to do so, sis. And so, yeah, folks, that's all I'm saying. Look at what we're doing. And remember, why are they doing it? They have very specific reasons. Why won't you help Americans? Does that make sense to you? If it does, I mean, that's fine. You can just type in the comment section. And that's my only issue. That's my primary issue. That's why I started doing videos on this, because I just could not believe that this was America. So your Maxine Waters, okay, your Al Sharpton and all the other puppets, they're going to send them out in force. But they're kind of talking on deaf ears. I've been keeping up with the polls. You know, Clyburn, I call them Slyburn down in South Carolina, saying, oh, no, the polls aren't. No, they're not accurate. And all the people that I talk to, they're saying that, you know, they're going to vote for Biden. Well, you're just talking about your children. And if you look at the age gap, the Black Americans below 50, they're not hearing it. So now the boomers, they're still pretty much voting for, yeah, DSB, you can put that back. Yeah. Grandpa, we need term limits. We do. And the people who are telling you to continue to vote for this guy, right? They have their checks. The Congressional Black Caucus, what are they doing for you? They're used to tell you who to vote for. Be an independent thinker. Vote for who you want to vote for. Jim Girl, do you like RFK or anyone else on here? He's okay. I'm actually an independent. I'm registered independent. But he has some policies I'm not really, crazy about. So I don't think I'm going to vote for him. Jim is working on the fish fry. Yes, Ruby, he's working on the fish fry. And so he sold his people out. But look at him. He, Maxine Waters, the Congressional Black Caucus, Al Sharpton. Do I need to continue? All the usual suspects. They have their checks, right? I'm not listening to any of those people. Jeff, not much help at first. Got a cheap motel room and then got into a homeless shelter. It was hard, but God is good. I've had an apartment since 2020. All right, Jeff. Roland, then in 2022, my rent almost doubled. Yes, Jeff. So you get what we're talking about here. How you doing, Linda? How sad. Yeah. James Clyburn hates his own people. James Clyburn says everything he says because he's bought and paid for people. That's why you don't vote for people because of the color of their skin. No, that's the wrong thing to do. They're not thinking about you. They want to keep the check coming in. DSB, I literally hate to see Al Sharpton. DSB, when I see Al Sharpton, I turn the channel. He's the biggest race hustler in America. And he's getting his checks. They use him and the other usual suspects to try to bring Black people back on the Democratic plantation. And no, I'm not listening to him either. Kathy, Jim Girl, no, he is against the Second Amendment. Otherwise, I guess he's okay. But I'm voting for Trump for the third time. Yeah, Kathy Fryer, I need my Second Amendment because I'm not giving up my weapons. Because I'm in North Carolina, so we're all locked and loaded here. Okay, we're locked and loaded. So they're bringing in that nonsense down here when we have something for them. Okay. Let's see, DSP, exactly my warrior sister. Fact, yeah. And that's why I said, those of you just coming in, that's why I said, I'll never live in New York again. You can't even have a gun. How the heck are you supposed to protect yourself? Again, the criminals have them and other weapons. No, thank you. Jeff said facts rolling. Yes. Terry, love this lady. Love you too, dear. Trump 2024. Jim Girl, Kathy, haven't seen a lot about him, so was just wondering if any of you guys knew. Jim Girl, they are ratcheting it up. Okay, so they've already started. Kamala Harris started visiting the HBCUs. Now, Biden has already started to go to the black churches. He went to a black barbershop. He went to a black family's home. He took them some McDonald's or something. They were there eating, and he was talking out of his head as usual. And they were looking at him like, "What is wrong?" He has dementia or Alzheimer's one. Kathy, okay. I'm in South Carolina. We got something for right. Are you lost? You bring that nonsense here, right? We don't have those draconian gun laws. So you bring that nonsense here. We all have something for you because just about everyone down here is packing. So, and I know South Carolina, same. How you doing, Mo? Hi. Okay, nice to see you. Love your information you're giving to people. Yes, Mo. I'm going to keep giving this information until the election in November. How you doing, Monique? Cornell West, he sort of flip-flops. He's okay. But I'm not sure about him because he flip-flops sometimes. Ruby, this identity politics has got to stop. All my skin folk ain't my kin folk. Right, Ruby? I'm saying people are bought and paid. Thank you so much, Rhonda. Bought and paid for. They have their checks, right? So they don't care about you. They've sold you down the river. They don't care that you're struggling. They don't care that you know gas prices are high. I mean, they're not struggling because they have those checks. Teresa, thank you for speaking truth. More people need to speak up, stand up, don't comply. No, exactly. Jacqueline, I'm late, but I absolutely love your hair. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Yeah, it's okay that you're late. You're here, sister. That's all that counts. And again, I can't get this information out alone. I need all of you to share this information so that people, and again, I don't live in Chicago or New York. I used to live in New York, but if I lived there, my blood would be boiling. I have people who, I still have relatives in New York, so I don't live there. They have to deal with that crap. Thank you so much, Susan, for the super chat. Thank you so much. And so all I'm saying is, folks, if we don't get out here and make the right decisions, this election is one of the most important in my lifetime. And if I'm telling you, if Biden gets back in there, you can kiss. Hey, I'm packing up. It's going to be time to leave. It's going to be a wrap. So help me share this information with your family, your friends. And I mean, they may not change how they vote. That's fine. But at least they're informed so that before they go out there and fill out that ballot, they know what they're voting for. So Susan, believe me, we are trying to cope in Texas. It is bad here. Just remember, thousands got loose. Susan, your governor needs to be commended. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Just like the mayor of New York and Chicago, all they need to do is bust these people back up, take them back to the border. But no, they're not going to do that. Look at Mayor Adams in New York. When he started to push back, all of a sudden, magically, he's under investigation by the FBI. So that told the rest of them, you better shut up. The same thing could happen to you. And I'll just listen to a video on Sheila Jackson in Texas. I could not believe that was her. So folks, I'll tell you, like I tell my students, people have more than one face, more than one. She was cursing this guy like a dog. I was like, oh my God, this guy that used to work for her. He released a video. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, type in the comment section. He released a video. She was calling him fat, and all these other words. Oh, but in public, she's all, all bougie. No, 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 no. That's not who she is. Who she is the person that was on that tape disparaging this young man. He committed suicide. Yeah. Sounds a little bit like those Clintons. You speak out against them and bad things happen. You disappear, you die all of a sudden. Marshmallow, Democrat Chris Murphy from Connecticut. Legals are the ones we care about the most. That's what they're, yeah, Marshmallow gets it. That's what they're saying by their actions. Ruby from Joyland, Roland is doing the Lord's work. I'm trying, Ruby, because I told you I'm sick and tired. This angered me so much. I could not believe. I'm like, is this happening? Am I dreaming? Where are we? Jacqueline. The Democrats are moving in their new vote. Yeah, and that's what I'm telling people in these large, liberal cities. You've been replaced. Don't you see that? You've already been replaced. If you want more of that, keep voting that way. Do your research. Research Jim Crow Joe. That's why I did not vote for him. Okay? I know his history. Okay? He's a sly fox. Mo, I live in Medford, Massachusetts, and it's not a sanctuary city, but yet our mayor took how many immigrants and put them up in a hotel. Mo, can you get a free hotel? Yeah, find that out. I'm telling you, people, that, class action lawsuits is what you need to file, because that's a gross miscarriage of taxpayers' money. That's just not right, folks. Are you lost? Thank you so much, dear, for your super chat. And I'm telling you, if I still lived in New York, I would be like, we need to protest this. This cannot continue. No way. Here are we. Where are we here? DSP, Texas governor definitely not playing around. I don't blame him. We don't know who or what kind of people. Well, we're finding out, DSP, because the crimes are skyrocketing, and this Venezuelan gang, one of the guys that leading the gang has a what do you call those people that do the tech stuff? He even has a guy who was programming stealing people's card numbers. They have a whole crime ring. I need to do a video on that. His IT guy in the shelter with their free Biden phones are committing crimes and robbery and all other kinds of crimes. I think I told you guys, these are just the crimes we're hearing about. There are many we're not hearing about. They're keeping it hidden from you because they know that there would be an outcry. Susan, he is awesome. Yeah, Governor Abbott is doing what he's supposed to do. He is. That's what he's supposed to do. That's why his constituents put him there. I meant to say that migrants were asking people for money, and then a few minutes later, we seen them leave and go get on a nice, fancy new car. Jim Girl, they're giving them money to buy cars and everything else. They don't even have a driver's license. Thank you so much, Mo. Thank you. Mo said, I love your hair. Thank you, dear. Mo, it doesn't matter if it's a sanctuary city or not. They're still moving them in. Right. And you have to ask yourself why. Shalom. Okay, DSP, thank you. Are you lost? Thank you for the super chat. Let's celebrate the first super on the live. All right. So we're going to celebrate you. Yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jeff, thank you for all you're doing, Roland. Praise Jesus. Thank you for the super chat, dear. Yes, I celebrate you guys. I do appreciate your support. Like I said, I wish I could do more videos. Today we had, there's such a large incidence of sick teachers and students at our school. We had a remote day. So I was able to, look at some videos and get some content together for you. So anytime I get a free moment, you better believe I'm going to be, I tell you, if I had the time, I could do 3 or 4 videos a day, folks. I could. So let's see. Kathy Rowland, what is your take on the Trump case crumbling one by one? So again, this is something else that are drawing a lot of Black Americans to Trump. For the Black Americans, I told you guys, so a lot of you guys think that people love Kamala Harris. Go ask all those Black men who were incarcerated in California who were innocent. She had, before she became VP, She could have freed them. She actually received, I did research on this. She received paperwork showing that they were in there on trumped up charges. They were not guilty. She threw it in the trash. She's still in jail. So she's not loved like you people, like a lot of people think she's loved. And they see what she's about. Okay. So I think, Kathy, they're doing all this to try, because they're afraid. They know Biden can't win against Trump. And let's keep it real, folks. I said this in prior videos. They're all doing something illegal or something they shouldn't be doing. I try to keep it real. So why are you just choosing him to bring all these charges? What about Biden? What about his son? Where are their charges? What's good for the goose is good for the gander, is what the old people always told me. So that should tell you. And that's why particularly black males, from my research, a lot of black males are like, that's happened to me before. I've had trumped up charges, wound up in jail. Of course, they don't have Trump's money, so they don't have bail money. They have to sit there. So this is So a lot of the things they're doing, they're making more people. Trump doesn't have to, he doesn't have to court the black vote. Everything the Democrats are doing is getting him, is rising the poll numbers with black males and females, but especially black males. Herschel, same thing with Maxine Waters. She's bought and paid for. Tell you what she did before the last election. A black guy was pulled over by the police. I don't know if he had a bad tail light. I don't know. She gets out of her nice $80,000 SUV and walks over to the police car. I watched the video. I'm just checking to make sure that he's not mistreating the brother. Give me a break. She didn't care anything about that guy. It was before the election. So, she has to appear like she cares for her people, and she doesn't. She's bought and paid for. She's a puppet. Okay, Herschel. I've had a few run-ins with her. Herschel, what happened? Jim Girl, so happy I found this channel. Jim Girl, I'm so glad you're here. I like people with open minds. And you don't have to agree, and you vote for who you want to vote for. But we can still have an intelligent conversation. That's the most important thing, folks. Your money is going to endless wars. Exactly. You guys see that what's going on? So far as all these wars, and they're trying to get us, that Biden's trying to get us into. Ruby, if you're watching from the bushes, please hit the like button. It's free. Thank you, Ruby. DSP, Biden got to go for real, or we're going to end up fighting right here in America. DSB is getting to that point. It's at a boiling point in Chicago. So if you see fisticuffs break out and rioting, those people are fed up. All right. And New York is getting to that point as well. People that hardworking Americans you're not going to bring other people in here above us, and we're American citizens. Get out of here. James, I had an argument with a friend. He has illegals doing delivery for his restaurant without a license or working for paperwork. James, I told you there are several reasons why they're doing this. That's one of the reasons. If they're illegal, you can pay them for just $2 or $3 little dollars. They're happy. You don't have to give them benefits and sick days. So there's several reasons the Democrats are doing this. Cheap labor is one for the ones that want to work. Okay, where are we here? Jacqueline, I am 60 years old and in the Bay Area, California, and I have never seen things this bad in my life. Jacqueline, I can't tell you how many people have told me how bad it is in California and why people are leaving there in droves. It's awful. And again, for California to be one of the most liberal states, they priced people of color out. They haven't said, well, you can't stay here if you're black. They just raised the prices so you can't afford it. But they're just supposed to be so liberal. No, get out of here. See it for what it is. It's a soft version of Jim Crow. Google it. They're saying Biden doesn't remember. Well, this is when he was vice president. He did it. Then I don't care who remembers it or not. He still had papers from when he was a vice president. Right. Kathy. Okay. Where are we here? Let me see. What else could they possibly have up their sleeves when all of their nonsense falls apart? I just pray Trump's safe. Yep. Are you lost? Exactly. Stephanie, guess how many abortion clinics in nice suburban neighborhoods? 0. And we know that's what the Democrats push abortions, but they're all in the poor minority neighborhoods. Exactly. Ruby, Jacqueline Tackleberry, I can't believe how much the Bay Area has been destroyed. Yeah. Are you lost? I'm not voting for racist Biden and word salad Harris. She's a poor word salad. That's right. She can, she talks and she can, she'll rattle off a whole string of words like, what did she just say? It makes no sense. And she's just smiling. Jeff, amen. So happy I found this channel. Rolling as real as it gets. Yes, Jeff, I try to be very transparent because people need to know. Rhonda, thank you everyone for the super chat. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. Terry, Trump shouldn't be allowed to run after January 6th, okay? Jacqueline Tackleberry, Ruby, they have destroyed California, and I can't believe, where are we here? All this talk about Gavin Newsom. Oh my God, what a loser. Lady Libra, what happened to this country? How did our borders even get this way? Lady Libra, as soon as Biden was elected, he had opened, come on, he opened the borders up, and it was a free fall. And this country's dying, honey, from the inside out. Are you lost? I totally agree that it's Jim Crow doctrine. Yeah, they don't come out and say you can't, but that's a way of circumventing Jim Crow laws. We don't say you can't live here. We just make it so high that you can't afford it. Let me see. Mo, what do you think of the Supreme Court voting 9 all the same? Colorado had no right to do what they did. Trump is back on the ballot. Okay, the Supreme Court's doing their job. They know anyone with half a brain knows what they're trying to do. They know Biden cannot beat Trump. And they don't want him on the ballot because they know they're going to lose. On point. Fear the government that fears armed citizens. It's your God-given right to have a firearm and to protect your family. On point. That's why I'm going to continue living in North Carolina. Inside out. Right. Jacqueline, don't worry about my comments. I'm just fine to listen to your show. Oh, okay, Jacqueline, but I still, it's just common courtesy. You're taking your very important time. It's a Friday night. If you like me, you've worked, you're tired. And to me, that means a lot. There are many other places you could be. You don't have to be here. And so I take that, and I'm like, if I can, I'm going to read your comment because it's important. And you have something very important to say, and I want to share it, dear. But that's all I wanted to share with you guys. I told you I have so much. I need to do a video on the Venezuelan crime ring. I need to do a video on Maxine Waters. She's already starting to blame Black Americans. Like, what's wrong with you? Voting for Trump. And if you guys haven't seen that Sheila Jackson, she has a filthy mouth. When you look at her, she looks all proper and prim. Oh no. Where are we? Mopi, I love it. Oh, thank you so much, Kathy. Denise, how you doing, Denise? Glad to have you here. Yes. Again, folks, we need to stay cognizant and be observant of what is going on. Jeff, sometimes I wonder if what's happening to our country is God's judgment on our nation for removing God for everything. We can turn it around. Jeff gets it. When you remove God, what moves in? The devil. Now, you all know that those of you that have been here a while, you know I'm an educator. Have been for 26 years in state North Carolina. Now, you remember when they took God, thanks to Madeline O'Hare, God rest her soul, and she died a horrible death, she and her son and her granddaughter. When they took God out of the schools, and that was in the 50s, right? 60s? Somebody type in the comment section, what has happened to the schools since? Just type in the comment, just type it. Ruby said Mad Max needs to take her meds and along. Ruby, she needs to go to the house. I'm tired of her. Auntie, they call her Auntie Maxine. She needs to go to the house. This country was built on blood. It was. Revelations in full effect. Exactly. Not just God, it's common sense. Yeah. You remove God from the equation, good things aren't going to happen. We all know that, right? So guys, I'm not going to keep you. It's Friday afternoon, and I know you're tired. I think I've read all your comments. If I haven't, charge my head, not my heart. But I'm probably going to do a video tomorrow and Sunday. Ruby, our schools have gone exactly. They've gone to Hades in a handbasket. Terry, schools have gone downhill ever since. Are you lost? Mental health breakdown. Yeah. How you doing, RDMS? Great live as usual, Roland. Keep it up. I will keep pushing. I'm probably going to go live tomorrow and Sunday. I won't be watching the Super Bowl because my Cowboys aren't in it, so I could care less. Yes, I'm salty. How you doing, EXO? The talking heads are panicking that we're looking around and making our own decisions accordingly. Yes, EXO, I've never seen you in the live chat before. Just be cognizant of what they're trying to do. They have all the race hustlers. They're going full force. They're trying to get everyone back on. They don't want you thinking for yourselves. They're trying to get you back on the Democratic plantation. Don't fall for the gaslighting. Don't fall for the ruses that they're going to have. Do not fall for it. I've been warning you, if you're here for the first time, go check out my other videos. I've laid it out. I told you what they're going to be doing, and they've already started. Angela, thank you so much for being here. There are nice places in Chicago. My son lives in the historic district, $700,000 homes and only 35 years old. All cities have crime. Oh, true facts. DSP, stay blessed, my warrior sister and family in the chat. You too as well. And as always, DSP, who's in the military, we do thank you for your service. You be safe. And those of you who are here, my plan is to go live tomorrow and Sunday. Denise, you sent me an email to ponder. Thank you, dear. I will definitely check that out this evening. Renee, Hades broke loose when they took prayer. Right, Renee, and it's been downhill ever since. You remove God, Satan comes in. So we do, yeah, we have some comeuppance. So we got to get God back in it, or we're not going to be able to salvage it. You're right. Okay, Denise, I will check that, dear. Roland, Jeff, maybe next year for the Cowboys if we're still here. Jeff, you're right. Okay, on point. Tucker Carlson for president. Okay, are you lost? Roland, thank you for your military service and sacrifice. Are you lost? Yes, my dad was Korean War. So military is very close to my heart, and I want I want all veterans to be taken care of, their needs taken care of. Especially where I live here. I'm here at Pope Air Force Base. I live here at Pope Air Force Base and Fort Liberty, formerly Fort Bragg. And we have plenty of homeless veterans. What about doing something for them? How about that? How you doing, Ricky Waters? Thank you. Bless you as well. Thank you for sharing. Susan, share this with family and friends. Share this on your Facebook page. Get the word out, people. Lady Libra, understand, sis, we are all feeling the same way about our Cowboys. Yes, disturbing. And then Lady Libra, they were tired. Get out of here. I'm done with them. Kathy, I hope everyone has a great evening. I'm going to make some chili. Kathy, FedEx me a bowl of chili, dear. It's cold here. I'll be looking for you tomorrow. Yes, Kathy. All of you here, I will be going live tomorrow. I don't know what time, tomorrow afternoon. And yeah, I got to do some work, get some more info for you. And I enjoyed all of you. Jeff, I'll be here when you go live. Thank you so much, Jeff. Mary, Cersei, how are you? On point. Hit the like button, please. Karen and Thomas, amen. Thank you so much, all of you. How many, on point, how many black men in your community got to beat up cops and get out of jail without bond? On point, they'd probably be dead. So, hey, any of us who aren't illegal immigrants, we go out here and commit crimes. It's not going to bode well. We're going to probably will be in jail or shot, killed, whatever. So maybe, like I said, that's all of us take a run for the border and come through with everyone else and see if we can get some of this special treatment. What do you think? Okay. All right. So thank you all. I'm going to end the stream so you can go enjoy your dinner, enjoy your family. I enjoyed all of you. Share this content out with a friend, a neighbor, even a foe. Who knows? Someone may change their life, change their mind. You don't know. All right. See you all tomorrow. Thank you again for being here at the Rollins Reviews YouTube channel.